Welcome everybody to a 1-hour power yoga practice. My name is Tamara Maxim. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If you would like to find this class later, all of my free classes are on my YouTube channel, so you can look that up under the name Tamara Maxim. And if you'd like some music for this practice or any other yoga practice, if you check my Spotify account, you'll see I have plenty of yoga playlists, so you can look me up there, Tamara YVR. And tonight our practice will focus on variations of vasisthasana, side plank pose. So lots of strengthening on the side body, the core, all around the abdomen, and good for the upper body and shoulders. So we'll warm those places up before we get started. And I'd like to add in an extra layer with an intention for tonight's practice. So maybe you have your own intention, something that you're working with off your mat or on your mat. Usually they're combined, connected to one another, as well as a collective intention, maybe something you'd like to offer out for the greater good. And together with that, I will offer this intention, which is a word that I love, equanimity. A quiet and balanced mind remains solid and unaffected by the winds of difficulty or desire, or by the snare of praise and blame. So our yoga practice is always a practice of trying to find equanimity, is equality in the breath, to find balance, to find that middle place between strength and ease. So find that in your practice tonight, especially as we work into poses that might be more challenging. See if you can find that equanimity, that space where the breath is equal inhalations and exhalations, and where you feel like your strength is equal with your ease. And there's the Yoga Sutra that we find strength and ease in every posture. So tonight we will begin working on our core. So you can come down onto your back. If you have a block, that's fantastic. Don't worry if you don't have a block. We're going to work toward drawing our opposite elbow and knee together. So you can pick which side you want to work on. If you have a block, squeeze it between your opposite elbow and knee. If you don't have a block, just bring them toward each other. Try to lift the head and shoulders up. And extend your opposite arm and leg back so they're hovering off the mat. And I want you to hug your knee and elbow toward each other. If you have the block, press into the block. And try to keep your feet active. You can point or flex, whichever feels good for you. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the arm forward and the leg back, swinging past each other. Lift the hips up high, draw the belly in. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to lift everything up, head and shoulders, hips. Swing the limbs past each other. Inhale to lower, bring it up. There's 3. We'll go for 8. 4, exhale on the way up. 5, keep drawing the belly in. 6, 7, and last one on 8, we'll pulse at the top. Little pulses, draw the belly in. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, give your knees a little hug, or give yourself a big stretch, whichever feels good, or do both. And then we'll go to the other side. So either hugging opposite elbow to knee, or you can use the block and hug the block in nice and tight. Extend your opposite arm and leg. Try to keep your feet active. So point or flex your feet, draw the belly in, lift your head and shoulders. Hover the leg, hover the arm. Inhale here, exhale, lift it up, and swing the limbs past each other as you draw the belly in. 2, 3, exhaling up. 4, keep pressing into that block. 5, 3 more. 6, 7, and last one will pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Put the block to the side. Hug your knees into your chest, or give yourself a big stretch. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. And then bring your knees into your chest and start to rock forward and back a few times. And as you rock forward and back, you can hold behind your thighs or release your arms. Roll up and down that spine. And then cross over your ankles. We'll make our way to a tabletop position. So come forward over your ankles, bring your knees back behind you. Knees are underneath the hips, toes are tucked, palms are spread wide underneath the shoulders. So this is a plank position. If we were to step our feet back, our shoulders would be in line with our hips. But here we'll hold in this square leg position. So from here, extend your right arm forward, your left leg back, press out through your left heel, reach your fingertips forward. Take another deep inhale breath, draw the belly in. Exhale, bring your right elbow to your knee. So same like we just did on the back. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring it in. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, draw the belly in. So we're working across the abdominals, getting into the obliques, the transverse abdominis. Come back through center here, or bend your knee, reach back and kick your foot into your hand. And as you're kicking your foot into your hand, maybe turn and look over your right shoulder. Take another deep inhale. Turn a little bit more as you exhale. And then release, palm and knee down. Other side, left arm forward, right heel back. Inhale, draw the belly in. Stay here for the exhale. 1 more breath, reach forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Here we go, 3 times. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then we'll come back to extension. Bend your back knee, reach back, see if you can grab your foot, kick your foot into your palm, and start to turn your chest open more to the left side. Look over your left shoulder. Keep rolling the outer right hip down. Take 1 more inhale, look up. Stay for the exhale as you twist a little. Beautiful. Back through tabletop, couple cat and cow. Inhale, tailbone up, tummy down, chest up. Exhale, round the spine and find your ujjayi breath here. So narrow your throat. Create that equanimous breath. So working for equanimity here with the breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. The narrowing of the throat creates an ocean-like sound. It requires more effort, but also creates more ease. Beautiful. Come through neutral. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. We'll make our way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a few petals of the heels here, side to side. We're going to be working with some different variations today of sun salutations, adding in a lot of different variations of side plank. So I hope you enjoy. Take another deep breath in. Lift your heels high, bend your knees a lot, pull your hips back and up. Look between your thighs as you exhale, straighten the legs, press your heels down. Again, inhale, come high on the toes, bend your knees a lot, press into your hands. Look between your inner thighs as you exhale, straighten the legs, press your heels down. And this next time, come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot, look forward, lightly walk, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Come all the way up to standing, Urdhva vasisthasana. Lengthen your tailbone toward your heels, palms touch as you look up. Hands to heart center, samastitihi. And now we'll start to move more with the breath, but we'll be holding some postures for a time. So concentrate and focus on your breath and stay with your intention. Before we start to move any further, we'll take 1 Om from this position to open our practice. Take a deep clearing breath in through your nose. And a full sigh out your mouth. Inhale for Om. Om. Sweep your arms out wide. Bring that beautiful vibration of Om with you. Reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Enjoy your practice, everyone. Inhale, lengthen halfway, look forward. As you plant your palms, walk, step, or jump back. You can go from high plank to chaturanga or straight to chaturanga. Take a back bend of your choice. Either stay low, cobra, or lift the thighs, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Take 1 extra breath here. Then roll over the toes, extra chaturanga if you like, very strengthening for the upper body and core. Downward facing dog. And we'll take our first variation of side plank here. Ripple forward. Lower your right knee to the mat. Kickstand your foot. Reach your top arm up and over your ear. You're welcome to stay here or maybe lift your left leg up. Press out through your heel. Take another deep inhale here. And as you exhale, come back through side plank pose. Left knee down. Kickstand your left foot behind you. Reach your right arm up. Reach your top arm over your ear, maybe float your right foot, kick your heel out. Take a full round of breath here. Stay for your exhale. Come back to high plank pose. We'll do an extra vinyasa. Yay! Who doesn't like to do an extra vinyasa and even an extra chaturanga? Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And now press into your hands. Come behind your toes. Step your feet together, maybe a little closer if you like. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to release, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, vasisthasana. Let's keep moving. Exhale, another variation coming. Inhale, lengthen halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, plant your palms, make your way to chaturanga or your belly. Take your back bend as you inhale. Make your way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now take an inhale, ripple forward. Bring your right palm forward, roll to the outer blade of your right foot. You can step your left foot in front and reach your top arm over your ear. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, hover the hips, reach your extended fingertips toward the bottom of your mat. Inhale again, getting some hip dips, working into the side obliques. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Press into that right palm. Lift the hips away from the earth. And exhale. Now as you inhale, come all the way around. Step back to high plank pose. And we'll go to the other side. Left hand forward. Step your right foot in front. Reach your top arm over your ear. Press into the left palm. Push the earth away from you. Inhale here. Exhale. Hover the hips. Reach for the end of your mat. Inhale, lift the hips as high as you can, maybe look up. Exhale, hover. Good, you can feel the obliques working. Exhale, last one. Inhale. And as you exhale, hover. Inhale brings us all the way back around high plank pose. Bonus vinyasa since we're here. Make your way, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Those of you that practice with me, you know I love chaturanga, so do extra ones if you like. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Step your feet together, maybe a little closer to your hands. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward, walk, step or hop. Press into the strong hands. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Uttanasana, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Spread your arms wide, palms touch. Arch back if you like, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. And now we'll find chair pose. So step your big toes together to touch, heels slightly apart, unless you prefer to practice this with your feet hip distance. Get your hips down low and sweep your fingertips along the mat to reach back behind you and grip the mat with your index finger. And pull the heels and the tailbone toward each other. So sit the hips back and down. Curl the tailbone inward toward the heels, heels scrubbing back, and then reach your arms up to the sky, Utkatasana, squeeze your inner thighs. Take another deep inhale here. Sit a little deeper as you exhale, try to take your gaze on one point ahead of you. Take one more inhale, reach your upper body higher, sit your hips a little lower as you exhale. Now keep that, inhale, lift your chest, exhale, lift your hips and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, nice flat back. Plant your palms, make your way back to chaturanga. You can walk or hop. Take your back bend. You might be in cobra, that's totally fine. Roll over the toes. Make your way back to downward dog. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. So doing things a little bit different today to incorporate in some side plank movements. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Let's open up the hip and de-weight your right hand, almost like you're going to flip over. Or if you lifted your right hand up, you'd be in a side plank pose. Take another inhale breath here. Plant your right hand down. As you exhale, bring your right knee cross to your left upper arm. Extend the outer edge of your right foot down. Reach your left arm up. So this is a variation of side plank, fallen triangle. See if you can lift your hips higher and reach your top arm over your ear. Press into the right hand. Nice strong grip. Inhale, sweep that right leg back behind you. Again, stack the hip, open it up, bend the knee, de-weight your right hand, look underneath your right shoulder, tenting the fingertips. Beautiful. Come back through center. As you exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Step all the way through, back heel spins down, Virabhadrasana 1. Pull your outer right hip back, left thigh forward, give that right knee a good bend, but curl the tailbone toward your heel and scrub the heel back toward the tailbone. Take another inhale, lift your chest, try to knit the lower ribs in, bend deeper. Bring your hands to your lower back. Let's open the shoulders. It's really good for a side plank pose. Lengthen the arms the best you can, knuckles toward the earth. Grip the fingers tight together, palms touching. Exhale, bow forward, Baddha Virabhadrasana. Let your shoulder rest on your thigh, curl your chin toward your chest. Maybe the crown comes down further. Maybe the shoulder slides toward the inner shin. Scrub your outer right hip back. Take another deep inhale. Stay for your exhale. Now press into your feet. Pull yourself back up with your hands. Reach your arms to the sky. As you exhale, take a vinyasa, but come to plank with your leg floating. Chaturanga. Take a back bend as you inhale. Make your way back. Downward dog. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. And inhale your left leg up to the sky. We're going to open up that hip again. Bend your knee. As if you were going to flip over, just de-weight your left hand a little bit. Look underneath your left arm. As if you could either flip over or come into side plank. Inhale, straighten that leg back out. Cross your left knee to your right upper arm and take that left foot all the way through. Press the razor edge of your left foot and reach your right arm up. See if you can open it up. Maybe reach that top arm over your ear, lift the hips higher. Take another deep breath in. Press the earth away from you. Exhale. Slowly come back around, three-legged dog again. Open it up. De-weight your left hand maybe a little bit more. Maybe look underneath your left arm. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Now straighten out your leg. Bring your knee in toward your chest. Step all the way through. Back heel spins down. Rise. Virabhadrasana 1. Outer left hip pulling back. Right thigh forward. Knit those lower ribs in so you're engaging the abdominals to try to take the back bend out of it. So curl the tailbone forward and up. Bend that left knee. See if you can reach for the sky. Gazes forward. Take another breath here. Generously bend. Left knee. Exhale. Now find the hands to the lower back and find equanimity here in your grip. So how do you do that? You take the opposite grip. So not always taking the same side. So finding that balance for every part of the practice. Knuckles moving toward the earth. Heart lifting toward the sky. Big breath in. Straighten your arms as much as you can and then bow forward, Baddha Virabhadrasana. Let the head come down, outer left hip pulling back, chin in toward the chest, reaching your arms up and over your head. Let the crown of the head come down. Take a deep inhale. The long exhale. One more deep breath in. Long breath out. Now press into your feet. Draw yourself all the way up. Reach the sky with your hands. And as you exhale, come to plank pose, but float that left leg. If you can, lower down. When you're ready, take your back bend. Making your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. And let's ripple forward, high plank pose. So some variations here. Let's take your left hand forward this time. Roll to the outer blade of your left foot. You're welcome to step your top foot in front if you like, or see if you can make a tree pose. Press into your left hand, reach your top arm up and over your ear. Take a full deep inhale and a long exhale. And let's bring this shape with us. Try to make tree pose if you can. Come forward into plank. Chaturanga, release. All the way back. Downward dog. And we'll do the other side. Ripple forward, high plank, right hand forward, roll open. You can step your top foot in front if you like, or try to make tree pose and reach your top arm over your ear. If you're not quite making tree, it's okay if that foot is down. Keep reaching up and over your ear. And now keep that shape if you have it. Come forward into plank, chaturanga, release. Make your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Deep breath in and a full breath out. And let's make our way forward again. Walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen, and fold. And chair pose, we go. Hips down, arms up. And now bring your hands to heart center. As you inhale, lean forward. Exhale, take a twist to your right. Tend your fingertips for this one if you can, and pull the left knee and left hip back. So there's equanimity across the front of your mat with your hips and your knees. See if you can twist a little deeper, maybe open your wings. Stretch those arms and shoulders. Deep inhale, long exhale. Let's come back through chair, reach your arms up. Hands to heart center. As you inhale, lengthen, twist to the left. Bring your right elbow outside your left knee. Tense your fingers if you can. Twist deeply, pull your outer right knee and right hip back. So creating equanimity here, front of your mat. Maybe open your wings. Stretch the shoulders, deep inhale, long exhale. Keep the chair, come back through center, reach your arms up, and exhale to fold. Feels good. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. As you exhale, plant your palms, make your way back, chaturanga. Take your back bend. All the way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. This time we'll start with the left leg. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Stack your hip, open it up. Take a deep full breath in and a long full breath out. Bring your left knee to your left upper arm and then cross to the right and see if you can hold on to the outer edge of your foot or hover the foot. Maybe pull that foot to the top left corner of your mat. Variation again, side plank. Beautiful. Let's come back up. Sweep it up to the sky and lower it down. Right leg lifts up. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm. And then cross to the left. Sweep that right leg through. See if you can grab the outer edge of your foot and look up underneath your arm. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Sweep it back up and lower it down. Let's take a vinyasa. All the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in. Full, complete deep breath out. Now inhale your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Maybe chaturanga arms. Extend the legs, Kundanyasana B if you have it. Inhale your right leg back up. Cross to the left upper arm. Again, sweep that leg through or hook the outer edge of your foot. Look under your arm. Inhale, bring it back up. Bring your knee to your chest. This time step in the center. Back heel spins down. Rise up. Warrior two. So a lot of action in side plank today, so you can feel the shoulders and the core all need to be engaged. Find that equal strength and ease. Sthira Sukha Asanam, strength and ease in the postures. Flip your right palm up, lower your left hand down as you inhale, reach up and back. Inhale, come back through center. Parsvottanasana or Uttita Parsvottanasana. You can stay here if this feels okay. You can extend. Pinky finger down, thumb up, look underneath your arm. Kind of feels like that side plank pose, but we're on our feet instead. Stay here or go for a half bind. You can open up the shoulder more, wrapping your left hand behind your lower back. Maybe right arm threads underneath the right thigh. You can find a strap, your fingers, or wrap your wrist. Hug your outer right hip back, inner left thigh rolling open. One more deep breath in and a long breath out. Let's come all the way back up, making our way into side plank right away. So press the palms down. Bring your left palm forward. Roll to the outer blade of your left foot. Reach your top arm up. And again, we'll go for that tree pose. Stay here. Keep the shape. Plank, chaturanga. Step it back. And we'll make our way back, downward dog. Deep full breath in. And a deep full breath out. And this time, left leg lifts to the sky. Bring your left knee to your left upper arm. Chaturanga if you have it. Kundalini B. Float it out. Swing that leg back up. Bring it to the right upper arm. You can go for fallen triangle if you like, or hook the foot. Look underneath your arm. Pull that foot to the top left corner. Good. Sweep it back up. Bring your knee to your chest. Step through in the center. Back heel spins down, warrior two. Deep inhale and a long exhale. A couple more breaths here. Outer left hip tucking under, inner right thigh open. Open your stance, try to bend your left knee more. Flip your left palm up, exalted warrior. Take a big exhale here. Inhale back through center, Parsvakonasana or Utthita Parsvakonasana. The same side stretch that we've had in plank pose already, or side plank pose. Stay here or go for a half bind. Really good to open the shoulder. Turn your right shoulder more open. Outer left hip tucking under, inner left thigh rolling open. Maybe go for a full bind. Sneaking that left arm underneath your left thigh. Go for a strap, your fingers, or the wrist bind. Deep full breath in. A deep full breath out. Look down, unwind, back to warrior two. We're going to move right into side plank, that tree pose variation. Both hands come down, right hand more forward. Turn it over. Find tree. Take a full deep breath here. Now keep the shape. Turn it around. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Deep full breath in. And a long full breath out. Come behind your toes. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward. Walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. We'll find chair pose again. And this time option for crow pose or crane pose. Bring your palms down to the mat. Keep your toes touching, but hop back just a little bit. Lift your legs until your hips until your legs are straight. Press into your finger pads. Bend the elbows back. So the same pressing down that we want for side plank. So gripping the mat and pressing the earth away from you. Stay here, or maybe start to float your toes. Find crow pose if you like. Elbows are bent. Or draw the belly in, dome the upper back. Try to straighten the arms for crane. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Take your vinyasa. You can shoot back. Or step it back. Making your way back to downward dog. Deep full breath in. And a deep full breath out. One more sequence of poses here. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Let's step that right foot through in the center. Back heel spins down, warrior two, just for a transition. Inhale, straighten your leg, heel toe your back foot in. Let's hinge forward over the front thigh. Pivot the arms. Finding Trikonasana. Open up your chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Reach your top arm up to the sky. Fingertips, bottom fingertips toward the earth. One more round of breath, crown of the head, in line with your front big toe. Ardha Chandrasana, moving into Japasana if you like. Bend your front knee. Take your left leg off the mat. Use a block under your right hand if you need. Helps to support you to make the pose more accessible. So if you're struggling a lot, find that equanimity by using a prop. It will help you. Reaching your top arm up, make sure you press the inner edge of your right foot down. Stay here or bend that top knee. Try to grab for the outer edge of your foot. You can bend your right knee to get it. Maybe you have to bring your left knee in toward your chest to get the grip of your foot. And then start to open it up. So the same pose or shape that we started with the cat and cow, where we look up. Try to find that. Beautiful. Come to standing L-shaped pose. Pull your outer right hip back, left thigh forward. Take a big full breath in here. Stay for your exhale. And then find standing splits. Walking your right hand behind your right calf. Forehead toward your shin. Left leg lifts higher. And the out of standing splits. Make our way up to Virabhadrasana 3. So pull your hands into your heart, press out through your back heel, and then soften your front knee and open it up to the long edge of your mat. And take your feet wide apart as your wrist creases are when you extend your arms, hands to your hips. I'll just turn to the front of the mat, take an inhale, but you can stay turned to the side. Exhale to fold. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Come to a halfway lift to lengthen. And as you exhale, press into your hands and pull your head between your feet. Even if it doesn't touch, keep reaching your head in that direction. If your head easily touches and you want to go for Shirshasana B, the tripod headstand, you can. Or any other variation with the arms. You want to bring the hands to the lower back for shoulder opener. If you're floating, take your time to come down so that your heels touch before your toes. All coming to a halfway lift. And we'll turn our body to the front of the mat, lowering your left knee down. Feel free to use blocks under your hands or reach your arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Slide your left knee as far back as you can so you have an angle for your back thigh. It's not straight up and down. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, bring your palms down to the mat. Straighten your front leg and curl your toes toward you as you lengthen the back of your right thigh. We'll do that a couple of times. You can reach the arms up to the sky as you press your right foot down. Exhale, palms to the mat. Shift your hips back, curl your toes. One more time. Beautiful. And we'll stay here in Ardha Hanuman. You're welcome to bring blocks under your hands, more underneath your shoulders if you need more support, or start to work into your variation of Hanumanasana, splitting the legs apart, right heel forward, left thigh rolling down, and from any variation you can bow forward. We're going to use the side plank variation again to come back into either Ardha Hanuman or Hanumanasana. So slide your back knee in with your palms under your shoulders to come back to this lunge position. And walk your left hand a little bit more forward. And you can ease your way into the pose or sweep your right foot on top of your left foot and reach your arms up to the sky. And you can stay here. You can try tree pose, or maybe you can grip that right foot in your hand. And we're going to try to step through either to Anjaneyasana to start with, and then we'll try it again for Ardha Hanuman. So take a look down at your left hand, try to step that right foot through. Maybe it landed on the heel straight ahead for Ardha Hanuman, maybe not. Let's try it again. So right hand down, come back to your side plank position. So tree pose or Padangusthasana grip, you can lift it up. Look down at your left hand and try to come through either to land on the heel or the foot down. And then find your variation. So don't worry, we'll come back to that again one more time. Pressing your right heel forward, left thigh down. Take an inhale breath here. Lengthen the best you can, whichever variation you're in. Good, and now come all the way back up. Slide your left knee in. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes. Sweep that right leg back and up. You can stack open here. If you want to flip over, you can. This is definitely also a variation of side plank. Reach your top arm over your ear. Stepping that foot behind you for a little kickstand. Big breath in and a full breath out. And let's come all the way back around. Keep the leg floating. Take your vinyasa. All the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Step your left foot through, back heel spins down. Open it up, Virabhadrasana 2. Just for a transition, inhale your front leg to straight, heel toe your back foot in. Find Trikonasana, triangle pose. Feel free to use a block under your left hand if you need, and keep that block handy if you need it for Ardha Chandrasana. Hug your outer left hip underneath you, inner right thigh open. Find equanimity here in the hips so you're not sinking into one side. Same with the arms. Lift up and out of your torso rather than sinking into that left hand. The object is not to get the left hand to the mat. The object is to have equal distance between your fingers from your chest. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And now soften your left knee, look forward, step off of your back toes. Feel free to take your left hand to a block, especially if you're really struggling. You're putting in a lot of struggle, more than strength and ease. Use that block to find equanimity. Open your top arm to the sky. Stay here or try to come for that same bind. You can bend both knees if you need it. Hook the outer edge of that foot. Block is really helpful here. That same idea when we caught our foot in cat and cow pose. Then you can look up. Beautiful. Soften both knees as you release. Standing L-shaped pose. Take an inhale to lengthen. Pull your outer left hip back, right thigh forward. Stay here for your breath out. You're going to walk your hands toward your standing leg. Pull your left calf up as your forehead comes down, right leg lifts up. Press out through your heel. Be active through your standing leg and your lifted foot. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Slowly come back to standing L. Use the strength of your standing leg to lift your chest enough. Find warrior three variation. Outer right thigh rolling down. And soften your front foot. Open it up to the right side of your mat. And bring your hands to your hips. Feet are as wide apart as your wrists would be if you extend your arms. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to hinge and fold. This time, bring your right palm underneath your face. Sweep your left arm up to the sky. Take a big open twist. Stay here or find the bind. Wrap your left arm behind your lower back. Maybe you can hook. Maybe walk your right hand to the outer left ankle and pull yourself in as you look up to the sky. Deep full breath in. And deep full breath out. Come back through center. Left palm underneath the face. Sweep your right arm up. Take your right hand behind, hook to the outer left thigh. Stay here or start to walk your left hand to the outer right ankle and pull yourself across as you look up. Deep full breath in and a deep full breath out. Inhale, come back through center. Stay here as you fold. Front of the head coming down, hips lifting up. Again, another opportunity for Shirshasana B if you have it. Press into your hands and pull the elbows back as you pull the crown of the head between your inner feet. And if the legs float up, try to keep them active. Take a couple of breaths. And then as you come down, the heels will touch down before your toes. And everyone coming to a halfway lift, lengthen. And then turning your body to the front of your mat. Lower your back knee down and slide it back so there's a length, a distance between your front heel and your back knee. It's not, your right knee is not directly under the hip. And then reach your arms to the sky. You can always use blocks if you need. Take an inhale here. Sink into the hips as you exhale. One more inhale, lengthen up. And as you exhale, plant the palms down, shift your hips back. Find Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Try not to be sitting right back onto your heels, so keep the hip and knee aligned. Inhale, again, rise up, lengthen the front body. Exhale, press into your fingertips, lengthen the hips back, bow in. One more time, Anjaneyasana, Ardha Hanumanasana. And we're going to use this as a foundation to come back into from side plank pose. So if you want to try to come into Hanumanasana from side plank, then press your left heel more forward, right knee more back. You get a little bit deeper. So when we come out of side plank pose, you'll either land in Anjaneyasana with your knee bent, or maybe you can try to have the front leg extended. You don't have to be in the full splits, but just try to have the heel more forward. Take a bow here if you like. Outer left hip pulling back, right thigh forward, so equanimity in the hips. Trying to square them to the mat. Beautiful. We'll start to come back up and try that side plank variation again. So you'll come back into a lunge. You'll take your right hand more forward. You're going to open up into a tree shape to start with, or side plank. If you can't quite get the bind, you could even just try lifting the foot up. Maybe you can get the bind. Open it up. We'll try it twice. Look to your right hand and either land with your foot flat, or you can try it again. Turn yourself around. Whee. Try to land your heel down with your legs straight. And then take a couple breaths, either Anjaneyasana or Hanuman if you can. And adding in the back bend here. Come back onto your hands, walk your back knee in, three-legged dog. Keep the right hand a little bit more centered and forward. You can turn your fingertips out as you flip yourself around, a variation of side plank, wild thing. Pressing into your right hand, get a back bend here. Adding in a few extra back bends. They're coming up toward the end of the class. Deep breath in, long breath out, and then flip yourself back around. Keep that leg floating, take your vinyasa. We'll meet Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then come onto your hands and knees. And where we started today was in a variation of side plank pose. We're going to try that again and add on from there. So I'm going to start with my left foot kicking behind me. Left hand down onto the mat, reaching my right arm up. And then reach that top arm over your ear. So this feels a lot like a wild thing. You can even turn your chest up. Now keep your left toes tucked. Start to float your right leg off the mat and press out through your heel. And then maybe you can bend that knee. Reach for the outer edge of your foot and turn your chest up. Take a full deep breath here. Full deep exhale. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And let's try the other side. So come back to high plank. Lower your right knee. Kickstand your foot. Open up your chest to reach your top arm up. Now press the earth away from you. So really strong position of your hand here. Float your left leg. Bend your knee. See if you can reach for the outer edge. And again, you might need to curl in. It's like Chapasana. Sometimes you need to curl in together. Start to open your chest, and then maybe you can look up. Beautiful. Let's come back to high plank. Take your vinyasa and we'll meet back in downward dog. Okay, let's try that. This time from full side plank. So ripple forward, high plank pose. Take your left hand forward, roll to the outer blade of your left foot. Now, if you need to, you can skip this back bend variation and just do what you can, or stack the hips, reach for the toes. See how that feels? And then bring the knee back into your chest, grab for the outer edge of your foot, and see if you can find that back bend, kicking that foot into your hand. Deep breath in, and a long breath out. And now come back to your toes if you have it, or bend the knee, look forward, and step that foot. That wasn't very graceful, but step that foot forward. You can try it again if you want. And try it again before we flow through. Bend your knee, arch back, Pinjalasana. You can have your bottom knee down if you need. Grab the toe, try to straighten the leg, land your heel forward, and then find your variation of Ardha Hanuman or Hanuman. So doesn't always look pretty in yoga, doesn't matter. You find that equanimity in the pose for yourself, your balance of strength and ease. Everybody's path to get there is different, and we'll have a second try on the other side. Beautiful. Let's come out of this. Take a vinyasa. I promise lots of variations of side plank today. And downward dog. Okay, and I'm just going to turn to the side of my mat so you can see it on this side. I'm going to take your hand forward, roll to the outer blade of your right foot, reach your top arm up, and if you need to step your foot in front or lower your bottom knee down for any variations, you can. Stay here, try to take that big toe lock just for a grip if you can. We'll get back into that in a second. And then bring the knee into your chest. You can get the foot and press the outer edge of your right foot down. Kick that foot into your hand to find the right balance here. It's okay if it doesn't look pretty. Give it a try. Once you find it, you'll really feel the pressing down of your right hand, the turning of the chest open. Find that back bend. Kick your foot into your hand. And then bring the knee back into your chest. Woo. Big toe, come forward, either landing with your flat foot or your heel. And let's try that one more time. Come back to side plank. Find the back bend. It's working with the balance here. And then find big toe lock. Come forward. Your variation of Ardha Hanuman or Hanuman pose. And it's not the destination of getting here, it's how you work through the process. It really is the journey. Back forward. And then when you're ready, slide your back knee in. Let's turn myself around. Take your vinyasa, right leg lifts in the air. Stack it open if you want. Take the wild thing. That beautiful back bend. And then come all the way back around. Vinyasa. Let's take a child pose for a couple of breaths. Lower your knees down, hips to heels, forehead down, and let your shoulders rest beside your thighs. Take a full deep breath in through your nose. Flutter your lips or sigh out the mouth. Exhale. One more like that. Deep breath in through your nose. Sigh out the mouth or flutter your lips. Okay, all that back bending, we're really warmed up for Uttanasana camel pose. So pop up onto your shin bones. Welcome to use a block if you want between your inner thighs or between your ankles. For the inner thighs, it will be on the narrow setting for most people. Between the ankles on the second setting. And this just helps give you a guide of how much hugging in there needs to be of the inner thighs. You can keep your toes tucked. We'll do 2 sets. Bring your hands to your lower back. Curl the tailbone down toward the heels. Lift up and out of your pelvis, start to arch back. And all this time we've been lifting the heart up, so feel that extra lift in the heart. Feel free to stay here. Maybe your arms feel good to swing back toward your right heel with your right fingertips. Swing back toward your left heel with your left fingertips. Keep pressing the chest open. Keep hugging that block if you have it. Maybe look all the way back. And then hands to the lower back. Untuck your toes, sit back onto your heels. Give yourself a little pat on the heart, one hand on top. Deep full breath in, feel the energy of your heart. And a full breath out. Now we've worked quite a bit of back bending through this various poses that we've done today. If you want to come up onto your toes, to your knees and tuck your toes and drop back from camel into Urdhva Dhanurasana, that's a really nice way to get the arm and shoulder strength in there. So I'll demonstrate that, but you're welcome to do another set of camel. And you might not get all the way back today in this drop back, but it's something to work towards. Like I said, it's not the destination of getting there, it's the process of opening up and finding that equanimity between the strength and the ease. Hands at the heart. If you're coming with me, keep the toes tucked. If you're going for camel, you can do another set. Start to arch back. And you might stay here, somewhere up here in this range. Or if you're ready for it, go all the way back. Press into your toes, press into your hands. Just like side plank, push the earth away from you. Maybe gaze back toward your heels, even though you can't see them, but eyes are traveling that way. Try to straighten your arms and legs. And you're welcome to lower down from here, or tuck the toes, walk your toes a little closer to your hands. Come all the way back up through camel. And then everybody sitting back onto the heels. And again, give your heart a little hug. One hand on top of the other. Deep breath in and a long breath out. I hope you've enjoyed all these side plank variations and things that can feel a little clunky at first. When we get all of that core strength, all of the arm strength, and shoulder opening, we can really pull it together. So we'll keep practicing. Shift your weight to one side, get your legs out in front. Let's give our legs a nice stretch. And roll the flesh around your seat from side to side. Just a reminder that this intention of equanimity, it says, a quiet and balanced mind remains solid and unaffected by the winds of difficulty or desire. So we so much in yoga sometimes just want to nail that pose. If you can just draw back a little bit and just find a place where your breath is balanced, where you feel a centering between the strength and the ease, that's the place to be in the pose. There's no other destination than that. Equanimity is the destination. Sweep your fingertips up to the sky, make your spine long, and as you exhale, fold forward over your thighs. 5 deep breaths here, Paschimottanasana. Take an inhale, lengthen, let your heart be more forward, and then fold in, forehead toward your shins. Couple more deep breaths. And slowly roll up our last side plank variation. Take your right knee in toward your chest, open it up to the right. Maybe make sure it's on your mat. Take your right fingertips back behind you, fingers pointing away. Turn your inner left foot down and sweep yourself up. Take a beautiful heart opener, press down into your shin bone, the inner blade of your left foot, and reach and extend. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Come all the way back down. And let's switch sides. You can shimmy a bit to the right side of your mat. Bring your left knee in, open it up to the left. Take your left fingertips back behind you, inner right foot presses down, and sweep up and back. Deep full breath in. Deep full breath out. One more. Arch back, look back. Exhale, come all the way down. Now extending your legs out in front of you. Keep your legs long if you can. Keep your feet active. Take an inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, slowly start to roll down onto your mat. Use your core strength. Let your heels press forward. Keep the back of your legs pressing down. Slowly come down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Rock side to side. We'll take a supine hip opener here. Thread the needle, or Gomukhasana. So for thread the needle, you'll cross your right ankle over your left thigh. If you want to go deeper, then cross right thigh over left thigh. And you'll bring your left knee in toward your left shoulder for thread the needle or supine pigeon. For Gomukhasana, reach out and grab the outer edges of your ankles and push your knees away from you. So you've probably done these poses before. So for thread the needle, as you bring your left knee in toward your left shoulder, try to push your right knee away using your outer right thigh. In Gomukhasana, feel like you're pulling the ankles apart from each other. Keep your feet active if it feels okay, and then press your knees away from your chest. Take a few deep breaths. And release. release your legs up to the sky. You can take a happy baby in the middle if you like. Grabbing the outer edges of your feet, rocking side to side. And then we'll go to the other side. So you can take thread the needle or supine pigeon. Left ankle crossing on top of right, and this time your right knee will come toward the right shoulder, left knee pushing away, or cross your left thigh over your right so your knees are more stacked. Reach for the outer edges of your ankles. Think of pulling your ankles apart at the same time pressing your knees forward. So you should feel this outer left thigh. You can make adjustments that work for you. Try to roll your sacrum toward the mat. Whichever pose you're in, take a few deep breaths. Keep your feet active, both variations. And slowly release, extend your legs, hug your knees in towards your chest. And then from here, an opportunity for an inversion of about 20 breaths in the inversion. So you can start here, Viparita Karani, legs up and arms up. You can even move to a wall if you have one. If you want to go into plow pose, you'll support your lower back with your hands. Kick your feet and knees and hips over your head. Feet come toward the back of your mat and your palms can be facing down for support, or you can interlace the palms again. If you want to go for shoulder stand, start to lift your legs up as you walk your hands closer to your shoulders. Hug the elbows in, chin in toward the chest, but create a little bit of space. And legs extend up toward the sky. If you have Shirshasana in your practice, the traditional yoga headstand, of course you're welcome to take that as well. And coming back to this place of equanimity, can you find the balance still with your breath? Do you feel that sense of sthira sukha asanam, strength and ease in the postures? I've been talking a lot about this actually, that sukha we often say means ease, but the direct translation of it is to open space. So I always ask myself, and I ask you the same question, how can you find more space in your posture? Even if it's a posture where the chin is in toward the chest, where are the spacious parts of the posture and where do you need to open up? I'm going to take your last round of a few rounds of breath here, maybe 5 or 6 more rounds. And just a reminder that I'm posting all of my classes after I record them on Facebook onto YouTube. So please subscribe to me and share the classes with people that you know. There are lots of classes for kids now, and I'm making some meditation practices. So I'd love to just spread this around as long as we can't be together in person. This is my way to show you how much I love you and care about you and want you to keep practicing yoga. When you're ready to come down out of your inversion, whichever pose you've chosen, take any last pose that feels good for you. Maybe you rock your knees into your chest. Maybe a twist might feel good. Twist your knees to the right and left a few times. Take your last rounds of breath in those postures that you've chosen, and then lay yourself down sweetly for Shavasana when you're ready. Let your arms and legs completely extend out on a beautiful shape. And together from the shape of Shavasana, take one last final Om together. Feel free to dedicate this Om out into your community, vibration of peace and of harmony, of healing, of love. Join me if you like. Deep, clearing breath in first. Full exhale. Inhale for Om. let that vibration of Om echo and reverberate in your being, the deepest possible level. Let it be a blanket of peace, of harmony, of healing and love. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be streaming live classes every single day until we can meet again in the yoga studios in our communities. Namaste.